first motovlog. Hopefully this mic is working. Hopefully that camera angle is okay. I probably should have checked all this. Well, welcome to my YouTube channel. I really don't know what to say. Suppose it's better like that. Beautiful day. Loving life. So I'm on a VTR 250, which is my first bike. I now have an RVF 400, which I absolutely love, but they fucked the paint up, so I've taken it back to get fixed. They really weren't happy, but you know, you pay good money, you expect it to be right. So I originally was going to keep this bike until I got my full license, and I was reading the Vic Roads website. I came across where it says you gotta have a learner approved motorbike for 3 years now. And yes, I was fucking devastated. Originally I wanted to get a CBR 250RR, but my mate was selling this bike cheap. So I thought, yeah, I can go a year with this, and that just was not gonna cut it. So I went for a couple of test rides on CBR 250RRs, and quite honestly, they were crap. Like, I don't know if it was just all the ones I test rode, but my mate used to have one back when we were 18, and fuck, I had some fun on that. Loved the sound of them. Little friggin' F1 sounding bike. But after riding this and knowing that this definitely wasn't powerful enough, getting on the CBR 250 just had no torque. It had some power when you got the revs up, but you would just have to ride everywhere screaming it off its tits. So I was watching Riding with Tom's video on the RVF 400, so I went for a test ride on a couple of them and just fell in love with it. Oh my god, for a learner bike, it's amazing. So I now have one, finally. It took like 6 months. They imported it from Japan and put their own paint scheme on it and all the new fairings and blah blah blah, but it's been nothing but a fucking headache. Fucked everything up on it. Had to pay for the bike in full before I even got to see it. The kickstand broke, there's no lock on the ignition, apparently none of them have that, which I find hard to believe. Left rear indicator wasn't working, the exhaust sounded like shit, because you know, they put a sports pack on it because they fucked me around so much, but it was a second-hand sports pack, and all it was a flogged out exhaust and some second-hand adjustable clutch and brake levers. Like, whoop-de-doo. The nut fell out of the clutch lever within, you know, I think it was 200 k's of riding it. It was just really disappointing. They got the colour all wrong. They tried to tell me that, oh no, this is the new colour scheme. They can't do that last colour scheme on these new fairings, blah blah blah. The photo that I chose off the internet was the exact same fairings as that I had. I almost had to have a punch on with the guy in the shop just to get him to admit that it was wrong. But anyway, it's back there now, hopefully getting fixed. I can't wait to get it back. It really is an awesome bike. But I finally got all the bits in the mail to start motovlogging, and today was a nice day, so thought why not do it on my old bike. So if anyone's thinking about getting a VTR 250 for their first bike, I would probably recommend it. It really is a great bike to learn on. I've had a couple of close calls on this, and I reckon if I was on the RVF, quite possibly could have dropped it, or maybe even had an accident. I drive trucks for a living. I used to do, you know, over 5,000 k's a week, so I've seen plenty of things on the road. But you know, until you're actually on the motorbike and you realise how no one gives a shit about you, you really got to look out for yourself. So today I'm going out to Kinglake. Beautiful roads, can be dangerous, but I won't be doing anything stupid on this bike because you pretty much can't. Shit, we've had some beautiful days in Melbourne lately. I really thought by the time I get my new bike it'll just be raining every day, but it's been anything but that. I've had some great days. I love the VTR, how I have, I don't know what it's called, the bag on the back to put all my work stuff in it, or if I'm going to school, uni, put all my uni shit in there. Plus with this bike I can go into Latrobe and park up on the grass right near where I have all my classrooms. No one has ever said a thing about it. The one day I bring the RVF, which is loud as shit, I get told I'm not allowed to park there. So the next day I went back to riding the VTR and no one said a thing, and you know, that was a good couple of weeks ago. Just pisses me off. So little things like that, you know, the RVF definitely draws more attention when you're on the road. On the RVF, as soon as you go over the speed limit, it feels like all eyes are on you, and you're making enough noise to be heard from a couple of blocks away. You know, it has its downsides for sure, but fuck, it's fun. Come on, baby. Great views up here. Probably the camera doesn't do it justice. Well, I know the camera doesn't do it justice. I've made videos up here before and nothing beats the real thing. So back to the VTR, great learner bike, a little bit slow, but you know, it has torque. I've noticed, you know, after riding the RVFs and the CBRs, they really don't have a lot of torque down low. Obviously the RVF has a bit more than the CBR, but you really need to be revving it to get any pleasure out of it. Where this thing, as soon as you start revving it up higher, you're losing power. You know, you're better off to keep it down where it's a bit more torquey. You can have fun on this, especially in really tight windy roads where I'm heading today. You know, the RVF probably isn't that much faster, unless you're an awesome rider, which I'm not. But around town, in the city, this bike kicks ass. The only thing is the mirrors are right at that height, you know, for hitting people's rear vision mirrors on the cars, which I have done once, I admit. The guy wasn't real happy. I apologise. I haven't done it again. You know, I like being able to see what's going on behind me. Speaking of which, I just saw a review for a Scully helmet last night, which has a heads-up display and a rear view camera, which is pretty cool. But I think it was like $1,500 or something, so I won't be getting that anytime soon. So yeah, I like, especially being a truck driver, like I like to know what's going on behind me. So these mirrors are great for that, but not great for lane splitting. So yeah, on roads like this, this bike is awesome fun. You can just hold it flat, brake hard for corners. You can't go fast anyway because there's concealed roads, and I would hate to get taken out by a car or a kangaroo. But you know, it's just so much fun. So yeah, you can definitely have some fun on the VTR. You just need to find the right roads to do it on, and I would recommend it to, you know, beginner riders that, you know, don't really know if they would be comfortable on the road or not. It's still quite intimidating getting on the freeway and driving next to trucks and stuff like that, even though I am a truck driver. You just need to ride more, and the more you ride, the more confident you'll be. And this is the bike to do it on for sure. It's not going to scare you. It's not going to flip you off the back. You can hold it flat everywhere you go, and you'll be pushing to break the law. But I've also been on long rides on this. You know, fair enough, most of the guys had cruisers. I had no trouble keeping up, none whatsoever. They were actually slowing me down, you know, in the twisties up in the hills and stuff, but you know, they'd pull away a bit on the straights. But yeah, quite fine to go on a ride with them. You're not going to get left behind. I did take this to Mildura once. That was a big mistake. My god, working its little tits off the whole way there. Overheated at one stage, sort of trying to push it to 130 and hold it there, and it just did not like it. After a while it started slowing down, and yeah, I pulled over and it just switched itself off. Sat there for, you know, 5-10 minutes, and it was fine. I was worried I'd fucked it, but it is a Honda, I suppose. They go forever. But yeah, 600 Ks on a 250, I probably wouldn't suggest doing it. I'm yet to go up there on my RVF, but I do have plans on doing it, so I hope it goes a bit better. There are some rough bits of road though, so I'm not looking forward to that. This thing handles the bumps a hell of a lot better. What a day. Oh, I just love getting out on the bike. If anyone's watching this at work, haha. At least you get to watch YouTube videos at work. I can relate, because I definitely can as well. Oh, this is just beautiful. How's the serenity? Oh, hard rubbish collection. I love hard rubbish. The amount of cool stuff people throw out blows my mind. I remember back when I was a kid, living in Furniture Gully, we only had one TV at home, and hard rubbish collection found a TV, and it had a remote. Oh my god, couldn't believe it. Took it home, and it freaking worked. I had that TV in my room for years. Found plenty of other cool shit as well. Can't really think about it off the top of my head. Deck chairs, rocking horses. Like, we have eBay. Why not sell this sort of shit? People will buy it. I guess people are too lazy and don't want to have to deal with assholes that could steal your stuff, which is fair enough, I suppose. Alright, Kinglake 13. Let's go. So, I was watching videos last night, and I just love YouTube. I mean, you'll start searching for one thing and you'll end up on something completely different. I love that about it. But I stumbled across, I think it was Melbourne Vlogger's video where he got fined for wearing a GoPro on his helmet and having a tinted visor. Now, I can understand about the tinted visor, I guess. I mean, it is still bullshit, but the GoPro, I mean, come on. How freaking ridiculous. The cop's excuse was that if you have an accident, the helmet's not designed to be able to, you know, take the force of the GoPro smashing into the helmet. That's just freaking stupid. I mean, what happens if you hit a log? Or, you know, a bit of a rock? Or it's no different to a GoPro. I'm sure a GoPro is not as strong as a rock. That was a piss weak excuse, I reckon. So I don't think he lost any points over it, which is a good thing. So I guess I'll just keep using it until I get warned or fined about it. Ooh, what a view. Poor guy riding a bike. Come on, baby. Yeah. Come on. Come on, baby. What a view. What a road. What a day. Good day to be alive. Come on. Yeah. That's flat out. Struggling to get over 100. Come on, baby. You can do it. Maybe you can't. What if I get down? Come on. Hey, boys. the Serenity. So much serenity. So that's the VTR 250. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, great learner bike. Yeah, brilliant learner's bike. Thumbs up, Honda.